Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's been a long time. I have not did a live stream or uploaded a video. I haven't done anything on YouTube consistently in recent times. A couple years ago, I was doing live streams on a regular basis every other day. Or, I might be over exaggerating a little bit because I don't think I was ever really the type to do a video or a live stream every day or every other day. But, there was a segment of time a couple years back where I was doing a live stream or uploading a video maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I'm the type of person, I'm driven by passion. So if for whatever reason I lose passion, that feeling of passion for a certain thing, then I can't do it. If I don't have passion, full passion to do something, then I cannot do it. That's just how I am. I can't commit to something that I do not have passion for. That's just how I am. That's just me. And there are some times that I just don't have the passion, that feeling of passion to do YouTube videos and live streams. Sometimes, a lot of times nowadays, more than not nowadays, I just don't feel like doing the YouTube shit. I'm not as passionate for it right now as I was 2 or 3 years ago. But every now and then, still, I get that spark of passion every now and then, and to do a YouTube video or a live stream. Like right now, I'm feeling that spark of passion to, hey, let me record a video, upload it to YouTube, and talk to my subscribers about whatever, So that's why I'm here with you guys right now, talking to you guys. Nowadays, man, I'll probably do a video once every 2 months, once every few months right now. I mean, I just don't be feeling it. You guys got to understand that, off of YouTube, I have a life and I have things to take care of and situations, that I'm going through. Everybody has their own hardships, but, I'm not coming on here to delve in my personal life too much. So those are some of the reasons why I have not, been as active on my YouTube channel. But I plan on, and hopefully in the near future, to be more active on my YouTube channel like I have been in the past, a couple years back. And I want to get back to that level where, I'm uploading videos and doing live streams on a more regular basis. That's what I hope, to get back in the near future. Hopefully, gotta find a way just to gain more passion, maybe I have to pray about it. Definitely have to pray about it and just find solutions to, because, man, sometimes I tell myself, hey, I'm finna do a YouTube video, a live stream tomorrow, and I don't end up doing it because, I end up, hey, the next day I'm not feeling like doing it. So, I'm going to have to solve that problem, put things into action like how men are supposed to. When we have problems, we're supposed to step back and analyze the situation and look for a solution to that problem that you have. That's how you're supposed to do as a man. So, but today I'm coming here to talk to you guys about black females, black women. On the Negro manosphere or the black male sector of YouTube for the past several years, a decade or so now, even over a decade now, black men have been on YouTube, speaking on their problems, their issues, and their relationships with black women. Some people call it black women bashing. Me, I don't call it that personally. I don't call these black men on YouTube who have something to say about black women that some people might take it as being negative and trying to tear black women down. But me, I just see it as black men keeping it real because I know what black men go through in this society. So if black men are struggling with black women in whatever way, shape, or form, whether a black woman disrespects him, his mother disrespects him, or he's having problems and funny behavior with black women in passing, any black man has a right to go on YouTube and speak his truth. If that's what a black man is experiencing, that doesn't necessarily mean he's black female bashing. But on the flip side, I can see why someone might see black men on YouTube who are speaking on black women as being bashful and trying to tear down black women. I can see that standpoint, definitely. Especially if their delivery, the black men speaking on black women on YouTube, especially if that black man has a derogatory delivery towards black women, calling black women bitches and hoes and saying black women ain't shit. How people come across sometimes in a tone of voice can make that person out to be bad. Someone can be brutally honest and tell you the full truth, but because they say it in a harshful delivery or the harsh tone of voice, you might take it as, hey, that person's trying to tear me down. And no, that person was not trying to tear you down. He was telling you the harsh truth about yourself, and you took it the wrong way because the way he said it. But what he was saying was actually true. That is one of your flaws. You are lazy. He just said that you're lazy in a mean way, and you took it as though he was trying to hate on you. But hey, it is what it is. The truth is the truth, and the truth doesn't always come off as being positive. Sometimes the truth may come off as being negative. But hey, like Tommy Sotomayor, for example. Tommy Sotomayor, I don't think he's on YouTube anymore. I think he got banned from YouTube officially. I'm not even too sure why, but Tommy Sotomayor, he's gotten in so much drama on YouTube. Tommy Sotomayor he had a beef with Tariq Nasheed. Tommy Sotomayor had a beef with a couple other people. A lot of beefs, Yeah, and eventually his YouTube pages kept getting reported, I bet, and YouTube finally said, "Hey, we finna ban Tommy Sotomayor permanently." And Tommy Sotomayor's his content was very controversial. Some people might think that Mr. Tommy Sotomayor, his content is extremely hateful towards black women. And I'm not gonna lie, some of his shit that Tommy has said about black women throughout the years have been overkill. Tommy Sotomayor, like, there's stuff he said regarding black women that he has crossed the line. It's all right to be to an extent, be brutally honest. It's all right to be brutally honest to an extent with black women, but you don't have to, go out and be all crazy and call them bitches, hoes, and ratchet, and criticize every little thing a black woman does excessively. There is crossing a line, and like, there's been times where I think Tommy Sotomayor is like, wow, why is this dude so damn bitter towards black women? It's like, but at the same time, I can understand why Tommy Sotomayor feels the way he feels and thinks the way he thinks regarding black women, because I am a fellow black man. I know a lot of black women do act a certain way in general, and I know as a black man, black women act a certain way specifically towards black men. So, I'm not stupid. I can sympathize with Tommy Sotomayor. But even though I know what he goes through as a black man, Tommy Sotomayor, with black women, because I've experienced, some negative things with black women. But at the same time, when I hear you used to watch Tommy Sotomayor on YouTube, and I'm thinking sometimes, I'm thinking like, dang, like, this dude is overdoing it. It's like he's going in on black women too much. It's like, when is enough? When is enough? It's like, okay, we've been hearing you, Tommy Sotomayor, for years say controversial things about black women and excessively critique black women. And I'm not saying that nothing that Tommy Sotomayor has to say about black women isn't true. A lot of his talking points were true and had truth to it, but still, it's like, you don't gotta clown black women this hard. It's like, damn, or why are you? It's like, you could tell Tommy Sotomayor, he's bitter. He was bitter regarding black women. I know he probably had a whole lot of problems with black women growing up. Black women probably teased Tommy Sotomayor because he was dark skinned. He probably didn't have certain skills to talk to women successfully. He probably didn't have charisma, and he was a dark skinned dude in the 80s and 90s. Back in the 80s and early 90s, it was rough for dark skinned brothers back then. Back in those days, the light-skinned dudes with the curly hair wearing style back in the 80s and early 90s. And you got to understand, back in those days, dudes like Michael Jackson and Prince were popular, right? Prince, Michael Jackson, those are two lighter-skinned dudes, who were popular back then. And, hey, it is what it is. And a lot of dark-skinned dudes back in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, were getting dissed by black women. And, Tommy Sotomayor, he was one of those dudes, and you know how I know he was one of those dudes who was getting dissed by black women back in his youth. It's because he's said it on his YouTube channel on a few occasions. As I remember, yeah. Tommy Sotomayor has told his story as a dark-skinned black man growing up as a youth. You know, he used to get dissed by black women. You know, it is what it is. And hey, so I can kind of understand. I can understand why he feels the way he feels and extremely critical on black women. But damn. There's a thing called crossing the line and overdoing it, and Tommy Sotomayor, it got to a point where he was overdoing it. Like, we understand black women have their issues, but dang, it's like you say all these negative things about black women all the time, but when do you ever say anything positive about black women? You know. There isn't one thing that's positive that Tommy Sotomayor could have said about black women regularly. So we're only going to focus on the negative of black women. What about even showing both sides of the coin, right? The positive things about black women and the negative things about black women. Because, you know, at the end of the day, black women are our race of women, you know, and black women are our natural mates as black men, obviously. So when our own women act up and don't act right, acting all crazy, acting all dysfunctional, when our women are acting all dysfunctional, as black men, as the leaders of our community, it's our job to tell our race of women, black women, hey, you're not acting right. You're acting like this. Hey, you need to change it. But, you know, there's a way of doing things that is considered respectful. You know, you can be respectful towards women, but at the same time, be truthful and critique them. So, you know, so they won't be offended, you know. Constructive criticism. What Tommy Sotomayor was saying about black women is a lot of times you could say disrespectful, comedic, trying to be funny, you know, because Tommy Sotomayor, he is a YouTube personality and he had to say certain things in a funny fashion or a disrespectful fashion, you know, to gain viewers and retain his viewers, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, some of this is just entertainment, you know, on social media. So, but I'm here today, man. There are positive qualities that a lot of black women have. You know, and I'm here today, you know, fuck the gender war, man. The gender war is dead. The gender war is dead, man, and fuck it. It's like, let's just get over it. You know, black women and black men cannot be against each other for eternity. We're going to have to look past our differences and come back together as one, because we are each other's natural mates. Black men and black women naturally belong together. Yes. And hey, we're the only race of people who our men and our women are separate from each other. We're the only race who's like that, you know. White people, and I'm not saying other races of people, other cultures of people don't have their dysfunction, that they're perfect. No, they're not. But they don't have the level of dysfunction that black people do. Black people, our dysfunction is on a whole fucking another level where the men and women cannot even socialize with each other because, you know, we hate each other's guts so fucking much because, you know, hey, black people, we've been through hell and back in this country, and there's been an orchestrated agenda to separate black men from black women and vice versa. You know, orchestrated agenda to break down the black community. And in order to break a black community, or in order to break any community, you have to separate the woman from the man. You know, man and woman belong to each other together, right? Naturally. And once a man is with a woman, a man is complete, right? A man is completed when he gets a woman. I'm not saying all of manhood is based entirely on a woman. No, but I'm saying women are a part of manhood. There's no Adam without Eve. Eve was put here, which is your woman, to help complete you, to help build you up as a man, to complete you as a man. You know, women were put here to be a man's helpmate. You know, there are several ways in which a wife can support her husband, you know, in a lot of ways. Just a wife complimenting her husband, a wife speaking respectfully and being feminine towards her husband, and her tone of voice can put a positive effect on a man, on her husband. A woman, the right woman, can put a positive spirit on a man, you know. And once a man is feeling good about himself, and because his woman treats him well, that man's going to be walking around more confident about what his abilities, you know, and he's just gonna move forward in life, you know, all because his woman has his back. You know, when a husband is going through it at the workplace, you know, when you as a black man, you at a workplace and you're facing racism, you know, your coworkers are being racist and stressing you out, and you go home as a black man, you go home, talk to your wife. As soon as you come in the house, your wife has food on the table, rubbing on your back, hugging on you, and telling you, hey man, Everything's gonna be all right. Don't worry about them weak motherfuckers at the workplace. I'm here for you. And, naturally, your wife is supposed to be a stress reliever for you. Your wife was here to be a stress reliever for you. That's why a wife is supposed to cook for her man when he comes home from work, a long day of work, when he's stressed out. And another way a man, relieves stress is through sex. And of course, obviously, a husband and a wife are supposed to have sex with each other, right? So, you coming home from a long day of work, you might work a fucking construction job, stressing you out. Hot as fuck outside. Middle of the summer, construction job, 90 degrees, hot as fuck, sweating. You out here working hard with a shovel, building a new sidewalk, 90-degree weather, and man, you just work 10-hour shift. You come home, get some pussy from your wife. And that's just going to relieve some of the physical stress that you have, physical and mental and spiritual stress you have from the workplace. That's going to relieve you of that stress. Sex is a stress reliever for men. And, if as a man, if you're too stressed out, you have too much stress on you, as a man, that's gonna prevent you from having the energy to complete certain tasks that you have in life. As a man, you have to take care of your family in several different ways. You have to take care of yourself first as a man. And if you're too stressed out to do anything, you're gonna, be a fucking failure in life. So it's good to have a woman on your side as a man, just to help you out, relieve that stress so you can have the energy, the spirituality, the confidence to excel and complete your goals. If you're too stressed out, you're not going to have the energy to do anything, to complete any goal, to get out of any bad situation. So, and it's crazy. Some women, do feel like, especially nowadays with these modern women, a lot of women want a ready-made bed. They want everything ready-made. They want the man when he's already successful and a millionaire already, right? A lot of women nowadays, they don't want to help build a man to get to that financial level or level of success that a man has in life. A lot of women don't want to help a man get to that level of success and manhood, but they want a ready-made shit. They want him when he's already at that level of success and manhood. And they're too lazy to put in the work because women are not dumb. Women know the roles that a woman is supposed to do naturally. And it's not always easy to be a helpmate to a man as a woman, because women, they do have a role to be played, and it's not always easy. Don't get it twisted. That's why some women nowadays, they shy away from that traditional role of womanhood, because it's not easy. It's not always an easy task, So some women say, hey, I'm not finna do that shit. Hey, I gotta take care of kids and do that, do this, and then I gotta make the food. Then I gotta work myself. Man, that's how a lot of women nowadays are thinking, because they know being a real traditional woman is not always easy. It can be stressful. But, like, let's get back to what I was saying about Tommy Sotomayor. It's like, you don't gotta overdo it like how he was doing it, man. Just always talking shit about black women. It's like, there are some black women out here who do love black men. Not all black women hate black men. There are a sizable amount of black women out here who do truly have genuine love and care for black men. Not all black women hate black men. There are some black women who do hate black men, but let's finally shout out the sisters who do love black men and care for black men and never would do a black man wrong. There are black women out there who have love for black men to that extent. They're here. It may be hard to hear because a lot of times nowadays with these modern day black women, a lot of them are hard to deal with, but there are still some good ones out here. And you don't have to hate black women, just be black pill. To be black pill is being past that red pill rage. In the red pill rage, in the red pill, you just found out certain information on certain aspects of life regarding women, regarding this or regarding that. And once you find out that truth about black women, it can anger you. Man, fuck these black women. They do this because of that. Black women do this because of that, because they don't respect black men. And they kick black men out of the house because they want them to be men, black women, woo-da-woo. Okay, a lot of that is true, but still, it's like, it gets to a point where after years, it's like, I'm not even mad about black women anymore because black women gonna do what they're gonna do. They've been programmed to act a certain way towards black men. Hey, it's like, why am I still mad over it? Let me stop being mad and exert my energy to fulfill my purpose and build myself up as a man instead of always thinking about the fucked up shit black women do. So that's the black pill. Black pill is past the angry red pill bullshit where you don't get angry about it anymore. Black women are black women. Hey, let me do my shit as an individual man and build up with other black men. That's the black pill shit. When you get past that red pill shit, then, that's where I'm at. Now I'm black pill. You've seen, you might look at some of my past videos and be like, hey, you just bitter with black women because you don't get no pussy, or you might be thinking, hey, why is it dude so bitter and making all these videos critiquing black women? It's like, and I can understand why some people might think that because of my videos and my opinions on black women on my channel that I'm bitter, and I can see why, because, I do have some harsh things to say about black women sometimes, but hey, man, I'm past that. Let's talk about the good things about black women now. We've been calling out black women's negative behavior towards black men on YouTube for over a decade now. We understand the fucked up shit that black women do. So let's talk about the positive aspects and the positive traits that black women have. Let's build up our sisters, man. Let's get past this fucking gender war. Black women, they're the fucking When black women are attractive, they're the most attractive women in the fucking world. Sexy as fuck. An attractive black woman, an attractive black American woman is the most sexiest being on the fucking universe, man. I'm so, it's like, black women are that shit. You know, that's why black men, a lot of black men are angry with their experiences and fed up with black women, because, you know, a lot of black men love black women. We realize black women are the shit. We realize that we have the sexiest, most beautiful race of a woman in the fucking world. We realize that this as black men. That's why we get angry, you know, that when black women don't respect us, you know. And, you know, sometimes as black men, we critique black women so much on YouTube, but sometimes, you know, all of our negative experiences with women, it's not always a black woman's fault. You know, sometimes you as a black man, you have to look in the mirror and be like, hey, maybe that black woman dissed me because my breath was stinking. You gotta look in the mirror and be like, hey, maybe I can dress a little better. Maybe that's why that black woman over there dissed me or is acting funny. Maybe I do not look the most respectable. Maybe I'm not carrying myself the right way. And I need to improve on my swag, my demeanor. And hey, like, so I do support self-improvement, you know. There's nothing wrong with looking in the mirror as a black man to improve yourself, to improve ultimately your experiences with black women. You know, there's a lot of black women out here who are beautiful, you know. I love black women. So don't look at my videos and ever think, hey, this guy just bashes black women. The shit will sell, hates black women. No, I love black women. Black women are amazing. You know, our black women, you know, are strong. Black women are strong, you know. They've been through a lot of bullshit in history too, like black men. You know, black women historically did not have it as bad as black men did, but, you know, black women had to have a level of strength because, you know, a lot of them, they were on the slave plantations too. You know, a lot of black women, they were getting their house burned down by the KKK too, back in the 50s and 60s. You know, a lot of black women today face racism too. So, you know, black men, you know, we have to get out of that mindset that a black woman is always the enemy. A black woman, there are black women who are down for us as black men. You know, there are good sisters out here, you know, and black women are sexy as fuck. They're beautiful women. And let's get past this fucking gender war bullshit. It's time for us to get past the bullshit. And I want to see, you know, and me, myself, I'm going to start making more positive videos regarding black women. Because, you know, we got to get past this gender war, man. Black men and black women, we need each other. We definitely do. So let's uplift each other as black people. It's time for us to uplift each other. All right. In Ahia's name, Ahia. In Ahia's name. Ahia is the Hebrew God. The real name of God is Ahia. In Ahia's name, peace out.